School's president resigned over a flurry of controversies. In a statement, Dr. Claudine Gay said she resigned, quote, so that our community can navigate this moment of extraordinary challenge with a focus on the institution rather than any individual. Dr. Gay was one of 3 top university presidents who came under fire for their answers at a congressional hearing on combating anti-Semitism on campus.
Does calling for the genocide of Jews violate Harvard's rules of bullying and harassment, yes or no?
It can be, depending on the context.
What's the context?
Targeted at an individual.
Look at her.
It's targeted at Jewish
She's
students.
bullying right there.
Individuals.
Afterwards, Dr. Gay apologized for what she called poor wording in her testimony. The conservative attacks on Gay kept coming, including allegations that Gay plagiarized in her scholarly work. A Harvard-led investigation revealing, quote, a few instances of inadequate citation, but the university finding no violation of its standards. Some faculty members are angry that Gay was pushed out. Harvard's Professor Ryan Enos told the student newspaper that Gay's resignation, quote, represents an attack on the independence of universities that shows universities in the United States can be bullied and attacked for political reasons. But one student who has faced incidents of anti-Semitism says her departure is a step in the right direction.
Oh, yeah?
I felt that some action was necessary.
What?
At some point, the administration had created an environment that was uncomfortable for Jewish students.
Oh, shit, uncomfortable for the Jewish children, huh?
And it's been a rocky 6 months for Dr. Gay. She was Harvard's first Black president, and when announcing her resignation, the university said she's been facing racist vitriol.
Students, that they do not feel safe. You've talked about that in your statements. But the anti-Semitism we've seen on your campuses didn't come out of nowhere. There are cultures at your institutions that foster it.
These people,
because you
man.
have faculty and students who hate Jews, hate Israel,
dirty
and
shit.
are comfortable apologizing for terror.
Oh, yeah?
How did your campuses get this way?
Oh,
What is it
yeah?
about the way that you hire faculty and approve curriculum that's allowing your campuses to be infected by this intellectual and moral?
Wow.
President Gay, I'm going to ask you to give me a brief answer. I also would invite you to follow up with more in writing, and we
This
will
lady's
follow
all
up with
hateful.
you. So I will go down the line, President Gay, then President McGill, and President Kornbluth.
To put this in context, this is the congressperson asking the people of the universities, what are they doing to prevent anti-Semitism? And the anti-Semitism I'm talking about is the uprising in defense of the Palestinians and what's going on over there. They're calling that anti-Semitism, which is, it's messed up that can mess with your mind like this.
You feel concerned about my feeling about the fundamental culture on the campuses that's foundational to this issue, denial of the right of Israel to exist.
Right there.
So I want to ask each one of you, President Gay, do you believe that Israel has a right to exist as a Jewish nation?
And these are the
I agree.
CEOs
The
or
state of
whatever,
Israel
the
has the
top
right to
of
exist.
the
Ms.
universities.
McGill, same question.
Making each one of
I
them
agree, Chairman
pledge,
Fox, The
right?
state of Israel has the right to exist.
Yeah.
Kornbluth.
Absolutely.
That's some dirty, like, that's just freaky. When have you seen any other country possess that kind of control over Congress where they're beating down on the heads of the universities, making them pledge allegiance to the existence of the state of Israel? And then you gotta think about it, because that was just weird when I heard that. Does Israel have a right to exist? It's weird. When you listen, you hear it, you're like, what do you mean? What do you mean does it have a right to exist? Well, that's because it didn't exist until 1948.